video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these adorable Donald and Daisy Duck mousse bombs. So I'm super excited for this video. I've been wanting to make mousse bombs for the longest time. When I started getting interested in cute Japanese baking, those kind of like mousse bombs started popping up like everywhere in like Pinterest, because that's where I get most of my, or maybe like all of my inspiration for cute desserts, and mousse bombs are the most popular. And I think that's the case because you can just add like little faces. It's just really, I guess, one of the desserts that you can really like add a face to it. I mean, you can add a face to anything, but anyways, those are popping up everywhere and I've always wanted to make it for the longest time. So finally I decided, why not make mousse bombs but look like Donald and Daisy Duck. So I love Ufufi characters, as you guys may or may not know. I do have quite a bit of Ufufi plushies, so I thought it would be a perfect idea for the mousse bombs. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. That I started was my sponge cake. In a bowl, you first want to add your egg yolks and your sugar, and you want to make sure it is very well mixed. Then you want to add your oil, and once that is very well incorporated, you want to sift in your cake flour. In an electric mixer, you want to add your egg whites and your cream of tartar. And you can do this by hand, but I really recommend to use an electric mixer because it's going to be a long process if you do it by hand. But if you decide to do it by hand, I recommend that to be your workout of the day because honestly, it hurts your arm a lot once you do it so much. And once you start seeing like some bubbles start forming, you're going to want to start adding your sugar. Now you do want to add it little by little. I ended up using a wooden spoon for it. Then you want to beat it until you achieve your stiff peaks. It should look white and really nice and glossy. Now what you want to do is you want to fold in the egg whites into the egg yolk mixture. Now I absolutely love this part. I don't know why, I just find it so satisfying. Once your mixture is very well folded in and very well mixed, what you want to do is separate it into two bowls. There you want to add the food coloring, so the purple and then the blue in the other bowl. Now what you want to do is put them in some round baking pans. And you want to make sure you put maybe some parchment paper or maybe some oil to make sure that it doesn't stick. Then you want to bake them in an oven of 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. Now once they're done baking, you want to just leave them out so they can cool completely. Now that my sponge cakes are completely cooled, what I did is I took them out of the pans and then I cut some like circles out of them using a cookie cutter. So now you want to move on to making the mousse. So what you first want to do is get a saucepan. You want to add your water and your sugar. You want to mix a little bit until it's, mixed in, the sugar is mixed in the water. And then what you want to do is heat it in high heat. Now you want to make sure it isn't super high, but it's still high enough so it can start boiling. So what I really recommend is getting a small cup of water and then getting a brush and just brushing the sides with water. So you dip the brush in the water and then on the sides you kind of let the water drip. This way the sugar isn't going to crystallize. Now you want the sugar water to reach 240 degrees Fahrenheit. So while the syrup is boiling in an electric mixer, you want to add your egg yolks and start beating it until it becomes light and foamy. So once your syrup is done, you're gonna want to actually pour it into your egg yolks. So what I did is I actually left the electric mixer like running on a low speed, and I started pouring the syrup. You want to continue mixing it until it's cool. Once it's done, it should look nice and light and foamy. Now what you could do is actually put this mixture in a container and you can leave it in the refrigerator for up to a week. So since I am actually going to make my mousse that same day, I ended up not putting it away. What I did is I followed these next steps. So what you can do now is add your flavoring. So you can add like maybe vanilla extract, or you can add maybe other extracts, maybe even a puree like strawberry puree, or other kinds of flavors that you like. But because I didn't want to keep the like kind of like white color, I ended up just adding some vanilla extract. So now that that is mixed in, what you want to then do is whip your heavy cream. Now you don't want to whip the heavy cream until it reaches stiff peaks. You want it to reach just soft peaks. So now our mousse is ready. So what I did is I ended up putting my mousse in a piping bag. That way I can put it in my molds a lot easier. So then what I did is I ended up piping my mousse into my molds, and I wanted to make sure that there is still like a bit of space so that when I add the sponge cake, it's not going to like overflow. And I did end up putting my little cut circles of sponge cake on top of the mousse in the molds. So now what you want to do is put it in the freezer. I recommend to leave it like overnight so that, you know, it gets really nice and solid. Now it's time for the decoration. So I did end up using different types of, I guess, colors of chocolate. I used milk chocolate. I had a pink chocolate or pink chocolate melt, and then I had white chocolate. I do recommend to have like maybe like chocolate melts that are already in that color, because I did have to dye for like Donald Duck's hat. I had to dye it blue, and I didn't necessarily get the color that I necessarily wanted. So I do recommend you guys to get candy melts. I feel like that's going to be a little bit easier. I absolutely love the way that they turned out. They look super, super kawaii. I really recommend you guys to try it. The mousse actually tasted more like ice cream, so I technically made ice cream. So if you guys want to make ice cream, that's basically the way to do it. I made vanilla ice cream basically, but if I ended up adding, I don't know, like strawberry puree or things like that, then it would be like strawberry ice cream. So I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it. Like I said, I've been wanting to make it for the longest time, so I'm happy that I was able to make my adorable little plushies into these adorable mousse bombs. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy baking! Bye guys!